Dokusan literally means coming to the master alone. It is a private interview and individual instruction by the teacher in his or her room. We cannot say that our Zen practice is truly authentic if we do not have Dokusan. People come to the practice in different ways, just as different people have different backgrounds, different personalities, different ideas and thoughts, so they take to the practice differently. Some set out quickly, then taper off. Some start slowly, then gather speed. Others follow a more erratic pace, etc. This is why it is necessary to have personal guidance, which takes place in Dokusan. It is necessary to conduct Dokusan in a private space with only the teacher and the student present. When we are with other people, most of us tend to assume a more impressive face than our real ones. It is very difficult to bare our souls with others around. It is very difficult to be completely honest when we fear being judged. This is why privacy is supremely important for authentic guidance. In this way, a close and singular bond is also developed between teacher and student, paving the way for the student to deepen his or her practice in an authentic way. After experiencing Kensho, a student goes through a series of koans. If others hear how these are presented, then they might acquire some intellectual understanding of the koans, which they might mistake for the real experience, thus harming their Zen practice. Koans are grasped only experientially. Thus, it is also important never to discuss your Dokusan encounters, even with your closest friends or family. The koan method is sheltered in secrecy to guarantee the students an authentic encounter with genuine experience. We also have to keep in mind the proper subject for Dokusan. It does not include purely philosophical or theoretical questions, nor family, nor relationship, nor other private problems. The teacher is not a therapist or counselor. Only matters of ultimate concern, directly related to a concrete Zazen practice, are pertinent.
Dokusan is usually announced by the tanto.
Dokusan begins now.
Or the jisha, the Roshi's attendant. When you hear this, go out of the zendo and take your place in the Dokusan line. The Roshi will signal the start of Dokusan with the hand bell, to which the jisha will respond with a set series of bells. The first person in line for Dokusan will then proceed to the room. When you come to the front of the line, keep the mallet in hand and be ready to strike the bell any moment. While waiting in line, do not slacken your concentration. Maintain the silence you have already built up in Zazen. As you hear the Roshi's handbell from inside the Dokusan room, sound the bell twice. Approach the door, raise your palms in gasho, and wait for the student inside to open it and step outside. When he or she does this, you may enter the room. The person who just finished Dokusan will close the door behind you. At the appointed time to close the Dokusan period, the Roshi will ring the handbell, to which the Jisha will respond with the closing bells. Once inside the Dokusan room, make a first deep bow toward the Roshi, just inside the door. Then walk towards the Roshi. In front of the Roshi, stop and make a second deep bow. Then position yourself so that the Roshi can reach you with a kotsu. The traditional sitting position to take is the Zeiza, with the hands in Zazen mudra. But if this position is difficult for you, you may take up a different posture, being careful not to keep the open soles of your feet directed at the Roshi. This is a sign of disrespect in many Eastern traditions. Next, state what your present practice is. For example, I am counting my breaths, or I am doing mu, or I am on case 38 of the Shoyuroku. Bring up any matter or question you have, but please keep in mind that they must be directly related with your Zen practice. Be brief and to the point, having prepared yourself in advance as to what to present. The Roshi's ringing of the handbell is the signal for the end of your time in Dokusan. Make a gasho and bow, and slide back a little, rise and walk backward to the door with hands still in gasho. Near the door, make a deep bow. After this, open the door to step out and let the next person in. Close the door behind him or her. If something suddenly comes to you that you'd like to bring up with the Roshi, do not immediately go back. You will have to wait for the next Dokusan to present it.